r/AskReddit. What are you 99% sure of? That all lyric websites just steal from whichever website uploads the lyrics first. Several websites will share the exact same lyrics with one another, not uncommon if they're correct lyrics, but they'll have a word misspelled or misplaced, or the lyrics will just be off entirely. I wonder if misspellings are like paper streets like the map makers do to see if they've been copied. The steak place near my house that never has customers and always is open is money laundering. Went to an Italian place once like this. We walked in to try something new and the person who came out of the back was genuinely surprised. He seemed to be going through the motions of getting us our menus and to our seats with one eye on us, as if we were up to something he didn't trust. A few people came out of the kitchen while we were there and were chatting us up about how we came to be there and if we were enjoying our meal. We were the only diners in the whole place. Years later my husband and I are driving by and he points to the place and says, "You know, I used to service the pool table in there and I'm 99% sure they're a front for something." So I give him a wide-eyed expression and tell him about eating there like 7 years prior and how I felt the exact same way. We are both now 100% convinced it's a front for something. Good pasta though. That my mom will never use the china plates she put away until a special occasion happens. Hey, I'm that mom. My problem is I only have 4 place settings of the good china. Also none of my friends are the dinner party type. Duck, I need new friends. My mom has a set of nice china platter, including a nice china teapot. About 10 years ago I printed out a little cute out of Waldo, signed and dated the back, and hid it in the teapot. She still hasn't found it. Okay, so I somehow keep losing bobby pins. I'm not the kind of person to just toss them everywhere. I put them in this one red bowl. The bowl just keeps getting more and more empty. My roommate has a buzz cut, so she's out. I think the cat is stealing my bobby pins and holding them somewhere. I don't know why. She's not doing it when I'm at home. The vet hasn't even found anything in her stomach. She also likes pulling tacks out of the wall and magnets off of the fridge, nor does she seem to have discomfort. I think my cat has a nest of shiners somewhere. I will find it. My birthday. My parents claim that my birth certificate was off by 1 day, so they had it fixed. Apparently someone at the hospital just made a mistake. Still, can't help but wonder if it was right before, and I'm actually 1 day older than I think. I'm 99% sure I know my birthday. I know of someone who said her parents knew she was born a certain day, but the birth certificate said a different day, and one person that was present at the birth said it was neither of those and was a different day. She celebrates a birth week. I turned the oven off. Did you though? Now I have to check my oven. Even though I didn't use it today, my husband and I have a bad habit of leaving it on overnight. It's really old, so it's always hard to tell if we turned it off. That other humans actually exist and are not figments of my imagination. Can you prove that? And if so, how? Yay, prove we exist, damn it. I don't think you can. It becomes a philosophical question at this point. Last Thursdayism, the conjecture that the entire universe and our memories of it were created last Thursday. My pants are zipped. I've had a weird number of unzipped fly moments in the last month or so. Like, in the last 10 years it's maybe happened 2 times, but it's happened 3 times this month. Starting to worry that I'm either slowly losing my mental faculties or that I'm noticing it more and have been vastly underestimating the number of times it's happened previously. That there's life on another planet. Maybe we'll never find it. Maybe it's the size of a bacteria, but there has to be another planet with life. This one actually ducks me up thinking about it. I should be 100% sure. But the fact that there's absolutely zero evidence or signs is unsettling. That as much as I love Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, sadly, the answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything is not 42. Actually it is correct. 42 is the ASCII code for asterisk. Anyone that knows computer code knows that an asterisk is typically used for wildcard, or, in simpler terms, it refers to anything, any letter, number, word or symbol. So what I think Douglas Adams, author of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, was trying to say is that life can mean anything to anyone. I'm idiot. You're not idiot. You're an idiot. That one day, life on Earth will end suddenly and abruptly, and there will be abso-fucking-lutely nothing we can do about it. Life on Earth will cease to exist, and all the grand and amazing things we have done here will be forgotten. Things as big as world wars will be forgotten like a sand grain thrown into a desert. Help me. Like tears in the rain. That if I get a date/GF I will somehow screw it up. Dating and relationships aren't about the other person. They're about how you relate to the other person. You can't ever have a good relationship until you have a good relationship with yourself. I know, I sound like a stupid self-help guru, but it's true. You need to be comfortable with yourself before you can have a good relationship with someone else. It took me decades to learn that. Be selfish for a moment. What do you want? Be realistic. If it's not right, then bounce. Work on yourself. Remember, you don't pay your counselor to help you or listen to you be a little bitch. You pay your counselor for honesty. You pay them for the privilege of that outside looking in perspective. You pay them to tell you the things your friends won't. The important things. Getting a counselor or psychologist is not embarrassing. It's brave. Be one of the few who can admit to themselves that I need another perspective. Hey, I know. Let's pay a pro for an honest opinion. And how about not getting bent out of shape when it arrives? There is no afterlife. Our minds still function for a certain amount of time after death. We slip in and out of dreams as the last few synapses send electric signals across our brain. At some point our brains decompose to the point they can't function at all. Anyone who tells a story about how they were dead and experienced a form of the afterlife didn't really do so. Their brain remained intact, hence the fact they are still capable of being conscious. Sleep tight. This makes me understand why people are religious. I already can't stand the thought of not existing anymore and only having lived for 80 years out of infinity. It would feel a lot nicer thinking there is a higher purpose or experience after death. To be fair, as far as I can tell, not existing before I was born wasn't too bad. For me, it's not the not existing part that bothers me, but all the things I won't get a chance to experience. Donald Trump abuses stimulants like Adderall or overseas Sudafed. He talks like a speed freak. He behaves like it. He thinks like it. There's no fucking way he isn't on something. At least in public. He may not realize he's doing it, but he ain't sober and hasn't been for a long time. He makes a big talk about not being a drinker, and I'm willing to believe him. But I don't believe he's never had a habit, and I don't believe he isn't actively abusing a stimulant. Could even be a halfway legit prescription written by an unscrupulous document. If he was on a street corner, dressed like a real person, I'd assume he was either mentally challenged or a cokehead. Could be he only does it to control anxiety on stage. But he's doing something. I think he's developing dementia myself. His nonsense word combinations are getting worse over time. Could be, stress can induce dementia and dementia-like symptoms. Sleeplessness and stress can also produce schizophrenia-like symptoms or psychosis. The dude clearly has issues getting enough sleep, and he's probably never been subjected to much genuine stress prior to becoming president. It's all speculation, but he doesn't seem to be handling whatever is going on very well, and he is in a worse overall condition now than in 2016.